everyone. Welcome to your Daily Five. I'm Leslie Jouflas of Trading Live Online, and today we're going to be talking about trucking stocks. Actually, I was looking through some different sectors in the last couple of days, and I noticed that this particular industry uh, is has a lot of things moving, including the trucks. So we're going to take a look at some charts today. I want to, for those that are new to viewing my segment on your Daily Five, on February 28th was my last presentation on your Daily Five. And on that one, I presented the index as we followed up from another segment from February 14th using the S&P 500, the SPY, the Dow Jones Industrials using the YM, the Dow Mini contract, and also the NASDAQ. On that particular segment, I went through RSI, and one way that I tend to use it, it's a very short segment, so it's tough to get everything in there in that short of a time. But I would encourage you to watch that segment because I'm going to use a little bit of RSI today as well. And I just want to mention, if you like this type of analysis, please hop over to my website. Here's my email right here. I do an edition called Weekly Market Setups every week, and I do this type of analysis at length. Usually we're about 30 minutes to 40 minutes a week on the videos for that, presenting different markets and individual symbols. And I teach a lot of technical analysis through weekly market setups. But I do have a special going on right now between now and the end of August, a 6-month period. So if you are interested in that, just drop me an email and I will send you a link to get signed up for that. Okay, so let's get going with our first slide today. So XLI, this is the industrial ETF, and within that we can find all kinds of different industries, and the trucking industry is the one that we're looking at today. But here we can see on this particular chart, this is on the daily chart of XLI. We can see here that the market has been in a long consolidation period going back to December of last year. And for the last few months, it's just been doing a down, up, down, up, down, up, which is indicative of a market going sideways and also into what's a coiling process. And that's important to note because the coiling processes, eventually the markets come out of them, and they usually do so with stronger moves. So I like to always make notes of coiling processes when I see them. And we see on XLI down here, the RSI, during this coiling process, the RSI has been holding in a bullish area. So we can see where some of these peaks are. And it appears that it's going to be challenging just right around this 104 level here. So we want to be watching that for a breakout to the upside. And we can define support right here. There's a big gap area. Right down here, this 96 level, would not want to see the market be doing any downward momentum down through that 96.30 level. So now let's take a look at a couple of individual stocks. And the first one we're going to look at right now is USX. You'll find a list of my videos in StockCharts. And I've done segments on the AB equals CD pattern. And again, hop on over to my website on that special between now and August for the weekly market setups. I'm going to be including the introduction to trading with pattern recognition course. It's a 3.5 to 4 hour course video from the website, and you'll learn in depth about this particular pattern. but here I have it just kind of schematically drawn out. So I'm taking the high of this swing down to this low, and this is my AB leg, and then the retracement leg, which can't exceed this point. So it's staying within that previous swing. So it's a retracement, but just about to the 0.618, and then did another leg to the downside, and you can see it just about equal length swings on this, and the market has turned up from this point. I would be using just below this area as a risk level, but I'm going to encourage you to do some more research for yourself on these particular symbols that I'm giving you. But this ABCD is a buy pattern. Whenever you see ABCD complete down like this, that's a buy pattern, and ABCD cells complete with a swing up, retracement, and then another up, kind of a lightning bolt shape to the upside. Again, the RSI on this particular stock, you can see it held fairly well down here where it made the low here. You can see the RSI was climbing to the upside. Has not exceeded this peak yet. If it starts to get a good move to the upside, you want to see that RSI continue to climb. But the money flow on here also caught my eye as the market was sort of bottoming down here. The money flow was bottoming and it's been starting to rise. And the on balance volume also is rising with this. But again, check out some other time frames. If you use fundamentals, make sure to check out the company, and also make sure to check out the volume if that's within your trade parameters to be whatever volume you use. Some of them that I found on the list have very low volume, so I didn't present any of those today, but do make sure that you check it out. So the next symbol that we're looking at today is ODFL, Old Dominion Freight Line. And you can see that the scooter line up above, that StockCharts relative strength measure, and it's up in the bullish zone. You see, it came up to above that 70. It's just hovered right at that 70 level and has moved to the upside. There is a consolidation here. You have a kind of a breakout with a gap above these previous highs. This was also in a ranging type of a pattern from November into earlier this year, and February's had the breakout. So the expectation would be more upside with this. However, we always have to look at where are we wrong? Where do you place a stop loss? I can't tell you kind of exactly where to place it. That you've got to have your own risk management from that. But I would point out a couple of areas of support that I would not want to see the price go through. And one of them is right here at this 308 level. There was looks like a little tiny gap here, another little tiny gap right here, and then the market came up, kind of retested these highs and did that first little pullback before continuing up to this breakout. So I would definitely be looking at that area as a risk level. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So SAIA is our next symbol that we're looking at. This is on the NASDAQ, and again, this is a daily chart, and fairly similar to ODFL that we just looked at. A little bit different on the ranging pattern, but you can see the sideways move, an attempt to break out, could not move above that resistance, and then declined a bit here and has started trending to the upside. So it's doing again a bit of a consolidation in here. It's got a small little gap here, but it's got to get above this 306.40 level to continue moving to the upside. But the RSI on this, look at how it held right around this where the dash level is 50. That's showing us that there's some strength underlying this. And at this point, with the price moving up, we don't want to see the RSI turn down and get below that. So if it gets a nice break above that 306, you want to see that RSI move up into that 70 or above level. But the on balance of volume is showing strength and it's moving in an upward trending direction. And the money flow also is moving in an upward direction, showing us that there's money flowing into this symbol. And again, we've got support right down here at this 265 level. Um, right here at 265, right around this 250-ish area. Would not want to see the price go below there if it's to continue to the upside at this time. Okay, so let's look at the next one. I've got two charts on. I'm going to start with the date, excuse me, this is a weekly chart. And oh wait, I've got these mixed up. I need to move over one chart and then back. Okay, sorry, I got them mixed up. So we're going to start with the daily. This is TSP is the symbol, and we're on the daily chart. This is a pretty low price stock, but it's got pretty good volume on it. And so what I noticed on here was an A, B, and then a retracement and CD legs. All I did was I cloned the AB and I dropped it over to the top of where the C and D leg. So you can see this pattern completed and it started to move to the upside. Again, now the RSI, notice how the RSI, we just looked at the last chart where the RSI is above 50. It's not completely bearish here, but we can see it's not quite as strong as the last symbol that we looked at either. And the on balance volume, it looks like it may be turning up. It's a little bit flat right here, but we'd like to see this turn to the upside. The money flow has been turning to the upside, so that is a positive. So here we've got 123 is the low on this stock. So on the next chart, I'm going to show you how you can, calculate where potentially another pattern that could offer a potential. There it is. Okay, so now we're on a weekly chart. So notice how this section right here is where the ABCD on this retracement, the ABCD buy is showing up on the daily chart. Now we don't see it here on the weekly, but if this price is to turn up and climb above this 289, then we may be able to do an AB, we have a retracement, BC, and then equal length swing up of a CD. And that might offer a target for traders that know these patterns, and you really should study them first. So I'm just showing you an example of how to do this. So we would take the A to B leg here. So the low is 123 and the high is 289, and we just subtract the difference and that gives us 166. So then we add the 166 to the low of this C point right here, and that's 169 plus 166, so that gives a target of 335, about where, if that equal swing completes, that would be about where we would expect it to complete. So for trading purposes, that particular, this would offer about a 2.7 risk reward, not quite 3-to-1 risk reward, but stops would be placed, again, as an example, below this right around that 123 area, 120 probably. So I just wanted to show you how with these patterns, how we can calculate in advance where targets might be. There are other methods to do it as well, like using retracements of the C to D. You can do it in points, in dollars. There's many different ways to manage these types of trade, but the risk is always going to be the most important to manage. Okay, so those are the symbols that I have for you today. And thanks for watching your Daily 5. And once again, come on over and join me for the 6 months of the weekly market setups and have the free course of the introduction to trading with pattern recognition. Just drop me an email. Have a great trading week, everybody.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.